Thinking about buying a franchise? Then the How to Buy a Franchise show is just for you. Here's your host, Dr. John Hayes.
Hi, this is John Hayes with How to Buy a Franchise, and Dan Taglia is my guest today. He's the president and Mr. Everything at American Robotics Academy. What is American Robotics Academy? I understand it's a home-based business. How does that work?
It is right now, but we are introducing brick and mortar. We teach children from preschool all the way through high school about robotics technology, using mainly Lego materials, but we also go into other things. We work with GoPros, we teach drone classes, but we're basically wanting to introduce the youth into basic engineering principles.
All right. So they make these little toys?
Everything that
they build them.
Everything we have. We have instructions, we have challenges, and then they want to think out of the box. So they'll say, "Well, Mr. Dan, can we make this work, better with wheels?" And we'll say, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
So we want them to expand out.
And somebody built you a nice holder for your business cards that rotates and calls more attention. All right, so you can operate out of your home. You can operate American Robotics out of your home.
We basically do after-school programs and summer camps and birthday parties.
And where do you do these?
Our headquarters is in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Well, wherever the franchisee in Dallas, or a franchisee in Phoenix, or a franchisee in Philadelphia, where are they going to have their meetings with the young people? Are they parties, or are they classes?
First of all, the main thing is the school districts. We do after-school programs.
Okay.
Every school, public and private, has after-school programs. We also do, during the summer period of the year, we do full week-long summer camps. So everything we do, like in Houston, we're in about 45 schools, and we do everything on location. So the kids don't have to go to a different place. They can go right from their last class to robotics.
Okay.
Birthday parties, we have spaces that we rent. We work with church groups. We do a full week-long summer camp, morning and afternoon.
So it's a full-time opportunity.
It can be. Some of our franchisees have chosen to get a manager, so to speak, to handle it so that they can maintain their job.
Yeah.
But we do encourage them to get deeply involved so that they can pass along their what we want them to emulate.
Yes. Okay.
For the kids.
What's the investment?
$25,000 for the franchise fee, and probably another $20,000, $25,000 for materials, marketing, brochures, things like that, to get themselves off the ground.
So all in, it's about $50,000.
$50,000 to $60,000.
And do people have that money saved, or are they borrowing money, or how are they coming up with the funds to buy franchise?
We're SBA approved, and so we offer our franchise foundry as our consulting firm. They have means for them to get money if they don't have it, or how to approach that.
Okay.
So I don't really get involved with where the money comes from. I just make sure they're a success after they are.
All right. And how many franchises sold at this point?
We've been in business for about 16 years, but we started franchising 3 years ago, and we have 4.
Okay.
Two in Austin, one in Houston, and we just.
So you're a new franchisor.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And where do franchisees come from? Like the 4 that you have. What, they have engineering in their background, or were they teachers, or what?
We look for people, and people come to us who really have a passion to work with children. We're not. There's a lot of other companies like us, but the feedback we get is they're more like daycare. The kids just play with robots. We're very academic based.
Okay.
All right, and so it's people that have a passion for wanting kids to learn basic engineering principles, not just be entertained. We are in some schools as an ancillary program where we're there 4 days a week as part of an elective, and this is why. So our curriculum is different in that it's very academic based.
Yeah, I read that you were following some academic standards. What's that about?
We follow all the standards for STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay.
We fulfill all of the requirements for state and national. And we have all of that to prove.
Yeah. So people who want to be a franchisee, they have a passion for working with young people. Mm-hmm. Well, right up through high school? It starts at first grade, second grade, or even younger?
We have pre-K,
Okay.
all the way through high school level,
All right.
using mainly Lego materials because they're very familiar
Yeah.
with kids today.
Yeah.
Mostly every kid has done something with a Lego.
Yes.
But we also go into other things. We have classes on how to use a GoPro camera where the robot drives and sees what it's doing, and we teach a drone class.
Yeah. Interesting.
And now we're getting into a more metallic, higher end robotics
Okay.
called VEX.
So what is the number one challenge for franchisees in your business?
I would say to maintain good teachers, and we have a way to recruit. We recruit teachers. We'll go on campuses and we'll recruit. We'll get a booth, and the college students come up because their schedule is flexible.
Yeah.
So they love working after school.
Yeah.
All right. And plus, a college student makes a great role model. Okay, they're young, they have the energy to work with the kids. Some of them are trying to get a certificate to be a teacher. This helps for that, so they get credit towards it. It's really a win-win. But as anything else, there is that
They
turnaround.
come and go, they graduate.
And bless their heart,
they get other
you
jobs.
want them to.
Right, sure.
You know, but in that interim, we really help develop them, and we need their. Some of our teachers are still with us after 6-7 years.
And so what does it cost to, if I'm a franchisee and I've paid $50,000 and I'm going to organize some events, after school events, and maybe I get, how many high schools or how many schools, not high schools, but schools in general, how many would I need to recover my $50,000?
Well, it's difficult to say, John, because if you choose to do this, but you want to have a Cadillac or a Lexus to drive around in versus another franchisee who's fine with a Volkswagen,
Yeah.
well then your profit margin's going to change.
Yes.
So, or whether you want to hire a manager to do everything for you and you just sit back, okay, that's another cost. So it's hard for us to say when you'll be able to pay it back because we don't know what involvement you want to play in.
What do I make from a typical school, from an after-school program?
A typical after-school program is, well, here, let's put it simply, for 12 hours of instruction time.
Okay.
Stretched out maybe 2 hours a week, 1 hour a week.
Okay.
With 10 kids, and the charge is usually around $165 to $175 per student. Okay. That's all revenue.
So if I have
And
10
then you
students,
subtract
it's
your teacher pay.
$1,700.
And you subtract the teacher for 12 hours of teaching, and we pay our teachers rough average $20 an hour.
Okay.
You subtract the two, there's your number.
And how about my marketing? How expensive is that going to be to get these to get 10 students?
It's hard to break that down because we do have ways to advertise. There's a lot of social media, and we're getting into that. But then there's certain magazines that really relate to kids, like the Kids Directory. So with our experience, we try to tell you, don't go here, don't waste your money there. And that's kind of why we waited so long to franchise, because we wanted to perfect the formula. So we made the mistakes, and the franchisees
That's the
don't.
idea.
That's it.
Franchisors should make the mistakes and,
That's right.
and
And
save the franchisee the
we-
money of making those
And
mistakes.
we've made a lot of mistakes.
That's very good. Of
but
course.
Failure is good.
Well, it's an interesting business. It's certainly in children's education. That is a hot market for franchising, so you're in a good niche.
Thank you for listening to How to Buy a Franchise Show. If you want immediate assistance, visit howtobuyafranchise.com to contact Dr. John Hayes for a free consultation.